Good morning, I'm Ebe. I'm a creative guy, and I like to do creative things. I'm a hopeless perfectionist, a ridiculous realist, and a gullible optimist.
Let's brand this better. Where everyone's welcome to my world, where everyone's invited, the food is free, and there's pools everywhere.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Like a Riyadh.
Like a Riyadh, and where the sun shines is not brighter than my smile.
Thanks to a handsome young Egyptian fella falling in love with a beautiful young Canadian maritimer, I was born in a small little coastal city known as Haligonia, or even California.
Halifax, Nova Scotia's capital, is a modern cosmopolitan city that looks to the future while cherishing its past. Exciting and alive, Halifax offers all the advantages of a contemporary, dynamic city without sacrificing its maritime charm and friendliness.
Now, I don't remember much from my stint over there, as we moved afterwards to Toronto for a couple years, and then we were off to Egypt to soak in the culture of my father. At first, it was a bit awkward considering I didn't speak much Arabic, but it didn't take long to get the hang of the language and speak like a true Egyptian.
مصر 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 مصر
ما تلاقيش مسلة ست كل عصر ضلة جنب ملة تسوى قلب قصر
يا واد يا مصري.
ما تقولش لحد ما تكلم جد.
It was a delightful decade in change, where I lived, breathed, and got inspired from the many wonderful people I met along the way in Egypt's capital, Cairo. Interesting little fact, Cairo, or El Qahira as it's known in Arabic, it literally means the Congress. The name was supposedly due to the fact that the planet Mars, or An-Najm al-Qahir, the conquering star in Arabic, was rising at the time when the city was founded. Or also was possibly in reference to the much-awaited arrival of the Fatimid Caliph Al-Mu'izz, who reached Cairo in 973 from Mahdiya, the old Fatimid capital. Back to growing up. Being the only one who could draw in most of my school classes meant that I was naturally inclined to pursue a college education in the arts. It was at Funun Gamila, the Fine Arts College of Zamalek in Cairo, where I met most of the like-minded friends that I have till this day. It's also where I learned that I'm merely okay at drawing compared to some of the truly amazing talent they had encountered over there. And that I also suck at sculpting, and apparently I had a weird obsession with the film The Matrix and Eiffel 65. Now, people have always fascinated me. Getting to know them, understanding what makes them tick. And one thing that I've constantly believed in is that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. The more we listen, the better we understand. And I think that's one of the motivating factors behind starting this YouTube channel. I've always wanted a venue to get to know people better, whether it's people I know or those I don't. I love hearing the stories that people have to tell, and I'd love to share the more interesting ones with you and the world.
فقال لا 14 جنيه التذاكر كلها التذكره ب 2 جنيه فمتحف ابو كلثوم التذكره ب 2 جنيه التاريخ
17
My educational fling with the arts didn't end at Fine Arts College and my shitty sculpture skills. We ended up moving back to Toronto as a family in the early 2000s, and just when I thought I was done with my art education, I joined the Ontario College of Art and Design, OCAD, or OCAD-U as it's known now, and dived even further into the craft of design and creativity, also meeting some amazingly creative and fun folk along the way as well. What followed was a very interesting journey in the creative field starting in Toronto, working for design studios and creative agencies. learning to think fast and create even faster. It was enlightening, sure, but it wasn't always a glamorous affair. Thanks to hard work, though, and a never-ending sense of curiosity, I continued to explore a career beyond the confines of the Six. Moving to Montreal, working in the Gulf, across the States, and living in Asia for a couple years. It's been quite the journey so far. I visited 127 cities around the world, lived in 8 of them, been through 63 airports, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Now, I've always enjoyed being behind the camera, shooting, framing, directing, doing this, telling stories essentially via pictures and videos. And it was this camera that was my first ticket to a life of documentation, thanks to a birthday gift from my dad during my teenage years. Now, I may be dating myself a little bit, but it was one of those cameras that you had to roll back and you only had 24 shots. By 24, I only mean 24. And you couldn't preview the shot after you took it, so you really had to think twice before taking the shot. And that essentially built in me over the years this insane selectiveness as to what is worthy of a shot. Now, sometimes it's obviously hit or miss, but I've developed a sense, you can say, for the unique. As cliche as it sounds, I have a unique way of looking at things. And that's the main reason why I've started this channel. I want to share with everyone how I see the world. From interesting stories to good design, traveling to exotic and mundane destinations, eating things that are delicious, and other things that won't stop moving, all while I keep on moving, and documenting the journey for all of you, and hopefully learning a thing or two myself along the way. And that's what I plan on doing right now. It was a pleasure talking to you guys. I hope you enjoyed this brief background story about me. If there's anything more you'd like to know, please comment below, and I'll do my best to answer. See you guys in the next episode. Peace. Like, subscribe. Pizza with pineapples is good. Pizza with anchovies is bad. Share this video with your friends. Chocolate chip cookies with raisins is blasphemy. Black licorice should be abolished. Like and share this video.